أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله
حي على الصلاة
اللهم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم
حي على الصلاة
اللهم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم
حي على الفلاح
اللهم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم
حي على الفلاح
اللهم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله رب ازدع الدار من الصلاة قائدين سبحان الله نستغفر الله في القوم ودعاء إنك لا تكن النار رضيت بالله رب الإسلام دين ومحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كثيرا يا رب لا سلام إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله شهادة تنجينا من عذاب النار ويدخلنا الجنة من غير سابقة عذاب ولا عقاب وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وحبيبه أشهد أنه قد بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة ومحى الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين فصلاة وسلاما على عبدك ونبيك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال أن رجلا قال للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أوصني قال تغضب فردد مرارا قال لا تغضب رواه البخاري أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. أما بعد, all praise to Allah, all praise to Allah, the one, the only, the one who should be worshipped. I bear witness that He is the creator of this universe and He is the one who should be worshipped. I bear witness that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is His messenger, true mercy sent to us. If you follow His path, inshallah will be in Jannah. أما بعد, today is the 7th of Ramadan and as predicted, Ramadan is going very fast, unbelievably fast. 7 today. What did you do in the last 7 days? This is the question to everyone. I know this is not my khutbah today, but I'm asking everyone. Ramadan will go soon. What's your plans? Still there are time. There are still almost 21 days to go. Are you planning to make a difference in your life? That's the question to every one of you. But today the khutbah is related about how did the Prophet taught the Sahaba, dealt with the Sahaba, how did he deal with others. Every one of us is different. Even your young youth, everyone is different. Even the twins, you will see the difference between each one of them. And subhanallah, I was trying to think how to approach this subject. How can I talk about it? I searched. And subhanallah, I tried to get some examples. Well, first example I'm getting you, one of the Sahaba came, a youth came to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. and he asked the Prophet, "Oh Prophet, I want to commit adultery. Give me permission to commit adultery." And this hadith, by the way, I gave a whole khutbah about it. And imagine with me now, a Prophet sitting with his companions. He knows, the Prophet knows that adultery is wrong. The Sahaba knows that the adultery is wrong. And even the Sahabi himself knows that. Is there any question about it? I don't think so. Then even the Sahabi himself, when he's asking the question, what do you think the answer will be? And even the Sahaba around the Prophet start yelling at him, how do you ask this question? But the teacher, the Prophet ﷺ, brought him in. And I'll stop here. And I'll finish it by the end. The second part, because I want the youth to come in to understand, and our parents to understand the importance of this story. The second thing which I want to talk about, the Sayyidina Abu Bakr. And everyone knows who is Sayyidina Abu Bakr. The Siddiq, the highest Siddiq. Even he, the Prophet gave him a lesson. Alayhi salatu wassalam. A man stood in front of Sayyidina Abu Bakr and started insulting him. Insulting him. And Sayyidina Abu Bakr, like a human, normal human, he absorbed. And in the middle, he wanted to respond. And the Prophet left. And definitely because who is he, Abu Bakr? Immediately when he saw the Prophet left, he knew the Prophet is angry with what he's planning to do. He didn't do it yet. He's planning to respond. And he went after the Prophet and he asked the Prophet, "Well, Prophet, he kept insulting me and he didn't respond. Now, when I try to defend myself and respond back, you're running away?" And he taught him a lesson. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq will not be la'an. He cannot be la'an. If you are in this martaba, this space, this level, you cannot respond back. When he was insulting you, Allah sent an angel to respond on your behalf. And now when you were starting to respond, the angel left and the shaitan comes in, and Muhammad will not be sitting, alayhi salam, will not be sitting with a shaitan. Even Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Then really, we tell everyone of the youth, there is always room for improvement. Always there is a room for improvement. Always you can learn more. Look at this. The Prophet went one day and he met one of his family. His name is Rukana. Rukana, like today for the youth, a WWE guy. Like he's a wrestler. He's strong. And the Prophet looked at him. "Don't it's time for you, Rukana, to join Islam?" And Rukana looked at the Prophet. I believe, imagine someone that strong. And he looked at the Prophet and said, "Yeah, Muhammad, come on. This is for the weak. I'm strong. What are you talking about? I'm strong." Right? And the Prophet looked at him and said, "If I wrestle you and I win, will you come to Islam?" And Rukana looked at the Prophet and Muhammad said, Don't embarrass yourself in front of your companions. Come on. He said, "Serious, the Prophet. If I wrestle you and win, will you come to Islam?" And the Rukana said, "Yeah, why not? Let's do it." And Rukana said, "Okay, let's do one, wrestle two." The Rukana went to the ground. And Rukana said, "Oh, no, come again. 1, 2, went the ground. Let's do it third time. 1, 2, went the ground again." Rukana lost. And he said, "No, this is not a normal thing. Ana ashhadu an la ilaha illallah." The approach, how the Prophet dealt with him. Now, I have another story. Even I didn't write it down, but I remember it. I want to write it down. Sayyidina Ali. Who's Sayyidina Ali? A cousin of the Prophet. In Khaybar, he was fighting. And what did he do? He got the door of the hisn, of the castle. He held it in his hand and he started fighting with him, with the door in his hand to defend himself. And after the thing, he threw it down. 10 of the Sahaba, 10 tried to remove the door. They couldn't. Imagine, not fight with it, just move it. They couldn't. It's too heavy. And when he saw that, the Prophet ﷺ saw a smile in Sayyidina Ali's face. And imagine now, when you see a smile when someone of your kids do that. I'm intelligent. I remember even when I was young, when my father, I always give this example, the TikTok. The game which is play and you tick, the game of tennis. And my father, what is this? I smiled at him. It's tennis. And now I learned. You shouldn't be even doing that. And my father taught me a lesson, by the way, later. But anyway, this is not our story. Sayyidina Ali, what did he do when Sayyidina Rasulullah, what did he do when Sayyidina Ali saw him smiling? And Sayyidina Ali at that time was, how old is he? 25, 26, he's still young. He's still young, and the Prophet wanted to teach him a lesson immediately. Ali, are you a good fighter? He said, yes. There is a knight behind this mountain. He said that he can beat you up. What? Imagine Sayyidina Ali. Who is Sayyidina Ali? He killed Amr ibn Wood. Amr ibn Wood is the best fighter in Ghazwa al-Khandaq. When he came up, even the best Sahaba was scared from him. Sayyidina Ali went in with a fight and he killed him. He's good. But there's a fight behind this mountain. Do you want to go and meet him? And Sayyidina Ali said, yes. What do you think? I'll go. I'll meet him. Go. And he found someone putting something on his face. And he's telling him, are you Ali? He said, yes. Are you a good fighter? Yes. Let's fight. 1-2. Sayyidina Ali lost. Come on. 1-2. Let's do again. 1-2. Went out. Who are you? Who are you? Doesn't make sense. Who are you? And he removed his face, and he was the Prophet ﷺ. He said, don't believe that you're the best in everything. There is someone better than you somewhere. Teaching Sayyidina Ali to humble. He is the humble one, but still, when you see something coming, changing, and your youth, and your son, and your daughter, oh, I'm the pretty girl, come on. Yeah, I know you're pretty, but deal with the problem. Another example, how the Prophet dealt with the Sahaba. I'm telling you that because our youth needs our smartness, our how to deal with them. Don't put them as a cliche. Okay, everyone is doing this, I have to follow whatever. No, everyone is different. That's what the Prophet is doing. The Prophet said, Allah said to him in the Quran, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ. You should follow him. The next story, I find it very interesting. When the Sayyidina Khalid came to Islam, and everyone knows who's Khalid. Everyone knows who's Khalid. Khalid is one of the best leaders in army fighting. Until today, he's going back, leaving the war in Mu'tah is taught in the army. How he thought about it. But anyway, in Ghazwat Mu'tah, the Prophet said, I'll put the leaders. Who are the leaders? The first one. Who is the first one? Zayd. The second one, Ja'far. The third one, Abdullah ibn Abi Rawaha. Where is Khalid? This is not the worst part. The hardest part on Khalid, if they died, all of them, anyone can take over. And Khalid is there. Khalid is his ego. Come on. His ego. I'm Khalid. But still, learn to be who you are. Learn who you are. And subhanallah, this lesson, Sayyidina Zayd died. Sayyidina Ja'far died. And Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Rawaha died. And one of the Sahaba al-Muhajirin put the flag up, and immediately he knows. He went to Khalid. And to tell the youth, what did he do? Khalid, there were almost 3,000 soldiers in front of more than 200,000 soldiers from the room. And Sayyidina Khalid took the flag. He said, okay, I'll lead. And he met the army leaders and said, there is no way to win this war. Logically, there is no way to win it. What do you want to do? Let's retreat. And Sayyidina Khalid said, okay, what do you want? Let's go. No, you cannot go. If you retreat now, they will come and attack us. They will kill us all. Then what do you want to do? You will fight. That's why it's how to deal with the war. It's until today, it's in the books. What did he do? He said, okay, let's change army and let's move. And he prepared how to retreat from the war. And it's written until today. Anyway, this lesson for Sayyidina Khalid, he learned it when Sayyidina Umar came on as a Khalifa. What's the first ruling for Sayyidina Umar? Take out Khalid from the leadership. Because everyone thinks that Khalid is the one who's winning. And he brought Abu Ubaidah. And imagine now Sayyidina Khalid with the army, and I'll tell you why. And Sayyidina Khalid with 800 soldiers only, and one of them, like anywhere in the world, Khalid, Omar doesn't like you, let's go and attack. Do you think he will win? I believe so. Khalid is a good leader, he can do it, and I'll show you why. What they said, in Omar's time, never. I will never come out of him. What did he do, Sayyidina Khalid? Sayyidina Abu Ubaidah put him in the front of the army. And Sayyidina, at that time, they were discussing Damascus. May Allah free it from whoever ruling now. And, subhanallah, Sayyidina Khalid looked, and there was Caesar in front of him. 2 cities behind him. He said, let's go. 800 soldiers. 800 soldiers. Let's go towards who? Caesar. Let's attack him. Qaisar. And Qaisar, when he heard Khalid is coming, what he do? He flees the city immediately. Get out. Leaves the space. And Sayyidina Khalid went after him from Damascus until north. Until the end of Syria now. And Sayyidina Khalid, 800 soldiers. And until that time, Abu Ubaidah was still there discussing the defeat of the Damascus at that time. But Sayyidina Khalid, 800 soldiers. He obeyed the lesson that he learned from the Prophet ﷺ. The last one, if you hear about the Prophet ﷺ, everyone he asked something. أوصني قال إيه لا تغضب. The hadith I narrated, لا تغضب. This means that, if imagine that Islam is like a pharmacy, and every medication in the pharmacy is different. Every one of us needs a different way of medication. How to deal with your kids, how to deal with your brother, how to deal with your sister, how to treat each other, how to work with each other. The Prophet gave the example, the beautiful example of how to deal with each other in everything. He was the grandfather, he was the father, he was the husband, he was the son, he was the brother. Everyone was talking to him, and you will find your situation happened in his era, and what did he do with it? That's how we have to deal with each other. How to deal with youth. Yesterday fight erupted here, and immediately I came in, help, what you should say, I tried to manage and worked with it. How to deal with each other without destroying the relations. This is what we should be learning. Let's put the khutbah in a perspective. Look at this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لما تقولون ما لا تفعلون كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون. The hardest part of it is what? Is lying. The worst part, if you do as adults, some of us, is lying. Lying in front of your kids. You do act and destroy whatever you teach them. Because if you lie, there's nothing you can do. You lost it. And we lie simple things. Wallahi, sometimes I teach and I tell the parents, don't lie. Never lie. Try your best not to lie. Don't lie. I call you. Hi. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Yes. Are you doing anything now? Yes, I'm busy with my wife, and your son is still standing in front of you. I'm busy with my wife, I'm preparing the house. Tell me I'm not ready. That's it. Full stop. What you're saying now is teaching your son how to lie. And you'll pay the price. Remember, everything is your son will copy what you're doing. One day the peacock went walking, moving, and his son, his followers, his kids followed him. He's moving, and he said it's Arabic thing. مشى اليوم الطاووسة. And when he moved, he looked at them. Why are you moving like خيلاء, show off? He said, we are following you. Allah created for each one of us a father. Everyone, a father, someone to follow, a mother, a teacher. Be a good one so that you will get the price of what you're doing. Wallahi, I hope I gave this subject some shade, but really think about it, how you deal with others. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروه يا فوز المستغفرين. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. أما بعد, I didn't forget. Honestly, I didn't forget. You know the first story I said? A man came to the Prophet, a young man came to the Prophet and said, I want to commit adultery. I was waiting for everyone to come in. I'm hoping next time, please come in on time. But I'm hoping. Some of the things I'm hoping everyone will come on time. Wallahi, if you have a manager appointment, will you come late? If you have an interview appointment, will you come late? If you have a Jum'ah prayer, I still have the Iqamah, it's at 5, then I can come 5 to 5. Why? I don't know. But anyway, I'm not in this fight. Anyway, 25 years now in this country and I have the same subject. Come on time, please. You can miss once, miss twice, it's okay. But if this is the plan from the beginning when you're leaving home, I haven't a problem with that. The story again, which I stopped, I didn't finish it in the beginning. The Sahabi went to the Prophet ﷺ and told him, I want to commit adultery. And the Prophet ﷺ, the Sahaba starts yelling at him, what are you talking about? Why do you want that? And the Prophet, what did he say? Stop talking. Come. There is a whole hadith, it's a half page. If I read it, the time will go. But the idea is how to deal with problems. The idea is how to deal with problems. If your son, if your daughter come one day and tell you, I want to have a boyfriend, I want a girlfriend, I want to do this, I want to do that. So many problems happen in life. My daughter one day came to me, I said, I want to move out of her house. What can you do? You have to immediately think, I didn't predict that, I didn't see it coming. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. But what did I do? Let's talk about it. Let's plan. Let's see. Let's work. Let's think about it. It's your job. How to deal. How to create solutions. Don't react like, how dare you? You lost the battle. If you will, you lost the battle. Immediately, you lost it. Don't lose it. Don't lose control of any problem. The Prophet ﷺ, with this example, adultery is one of the highest things in Islam. Highest major crimes in Islam. After killing. It comes after killing. Immediately. It comes adultery. Subhanallah. The Prophet reacted nicely. When someone is asking a question, respond. Why are you so sad? Why are you fighting with me? Respond. Can I do it? But one thing I'm advising, especially the people over 25, don't respond quickly. Because usually, this is not the question. When someone asking you something, very clear answer, don't respond. Think. He's not asking you for this question. He's asking you for something else. What? It's your job as a father to your son or your daughter to think what your son or daughter wants. Is this the question he wants? Someone will come to me and say, Ehab, I want to wear earrings. For men, definitely. I want to wear earrings. The first time I heard it, I said, you want to wear earrings? He said, yeah. Is it haram, Ehab? The answer, okay. I'm responded easily. Why you want to wear it? Let's talk. Why? Tell me about it. Why? You want to look cool, huh? Jessica is there to tell you, to drag you. And so many things. So many things. Or maybe John now. It's now very bad now outside there. So many things happening around us. What are your plans? If you respond angrily, oh, don't do it. Your son is gone from you. May Allah help us. Lastly, inshallah, this is the story I want to stop at. Lastly, quickly, in 2 minutes, Ramadan. Ramadan will end soon, very soon. Ramadan is coming. Ramadan will be there, and Ramadan will end. What did you gain from it? Every night, Allah forgives people. Every night, Allah forgives. Someone like this gentleman here, he said, Alhamdulillah, I don't have sins. Lucky you, Allah, lucky you don't have sins. But everything is written. I'm always teaching youth. Everything is written. And it's in the Quran, by the way, with the dalil. What? لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. ها؟ وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله. Everything is written from young age until you die. But you will be questioned when you reach puberty. You'll be questioned on the sins when you reach puberty up and above. Then really the hasanat, you're good to take hasanat. Imagine you go to a new project and you have billions of dollars in your hasanat. Will you do that? I'll do it. Why not? Then really plan ahead. Ramadan is here. Every night Allah forgives. Every night the doors of heavens are open. Every night, make a dua. And who is the best one to make dua to? Your father. Oh Allah, forgive my father. Oh Allah, forgive my father. And my mother, definitely. I want to go home. My father and your mother. Your father and your mother. Because both of them deserve that. And the best time I teach everyone between the sujood. You say Subhan Rabbi al-A'la, Subhan Rabbi al-A'la, and you sit. I see here, when I sit, no one is talking anything. Speak something out. اللهم اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمسلمين أجمعين. Or اللهم اغفر لي ولوالدي ولأصحاب الحقوق علي. Say something between the sujood. And then you go again to the next one. Remember that Allah is the one who will reward you in fasting. Make sure that it's worth the questioning. Remember that there is a night, a power night, and every night you can pray all night just by praying Aisha prayer in Jama'ah and Fajr prayer in Jama'ah. It's that simple. You can wake your father up. Prepare the alarm. Father, wake up. I'm lazy. I have work at 8 o'clock. I have to wake up at 7. Come up. Remember, you will be rewarded more. You will take more hasanat from your father to do that. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا اللهم بارك في أولادنا اللهم اجعلهم مسلمون أتقياء صحاء أخوياء اللهم أصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا وأصلح لنا أخرانا التي فيها معادنا اللهم تقبل منا رمضان اللهم كما بلغتنا رمضان بلغنا ليلة القدر اللهم كما بلغتنا رمضان بلغنا ليلة القدر اللهم كما بلغتنا رمضان بلغنا ليلة القدر وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وقوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله